This meeting is being recorded.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to
Hello.
the FSBT SHRM Chapter Q&A with Janea Morgan. Thank you so much for attending with us. So excited
Thank you for
to
having
have you
me.
here. We also have Narcissa Turner. She is
Hello.
our SHRM Chapter Vice President. Dr. Frost is also in attendance, who's our faculty advisor. So we just wanted to kind of ask you some questions today, if you don't mind us getting right into it. So, question. How do you feel about being the first to graduate with your MHRM from Ashford University Forbes School of Business and Technology?
It feels really good. I didn't know I was the first. I actually had someone bring that to my attention. I just knew I was part of a program and just wanted to accomplish that. But it feels good. It feels really good.
Awesome. So were you surprised to hear that you were the first?
Yes, I was very surprised. Very surprised. And a little taken back because I didn't know if there was any pressure associated with that once I was in my second to third class. So yeah, I actually discarded that information until I got towards the end of the program.
Well, that's awesome. Well, congratulations, first of all, because that is such an accomplishment. And you should feel very proud for that.
Thank you.
So I have a question. Do you feel like your master's degree has given you a competitive edge in your job search?
I would say if I start to look, it may have, because that program, that degree, you don't really see that out
Right.
a lot on the job market. So since it's new and it's more detailed as far as when you have your certificate, now you have a degree, I believe it would once I start my search.
Awesome. So are you currently in HR currently? Is that in your current role?
Having a little difficult time hearing you. Are you asking, is that my current position?
Yeah, so in your current role, are you in HR right now?
No, I'm not in human resources in my current role.
Okay.
Is that something you're actively looking towards being a part of?
I definitely want to get into that industry. It's something that I've wanted for some time, even when I was pursuing my undergrad.
Awesome.
Yes.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, how ready do you feel that you are for the workplace? Like, what would you have liked more of in class? How much do you see that they prepared you for? Do you think that it was necessary for what you're looking for in the future for the workforce?
Scale to 1 to 10. I will give it a 7.
Okay.
Because I'm taking into account my years of experience already in business. Okay. I'm taking into account my previous education, and I don't really know, depending on what I can get myself into, I don't really know if it's going to be HR focused, my next role. It may be in management, so it really depends on where I find myself, because I'm not just thinking human resources, I'm thinking management or leadership in that role. And I believe that this degree is helpful for anyone who is seeking to be in management, who's already in management or already in human resources. So I really did not put myself in the corner with this program when it came to wanting to realign myself or progress in my career.
Okay. So, but you feel that the classes were beneficial and really helped you gain like leadership skills, HR skills, kind of reinforce those skills you already had?
I definitely do. I was very surprised with some of the programs.
Oh, good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised with the majority of the programs. Like job analysis was an eye-opener. I think that's very helpful. Most people do not learn job analysis until they're in the role. Another one was there's a program, a course that we did like measurement and a little bit of quantitative, qualitative. That's very important
Oh.
because even in my current role as a market compliance specialist, we work with metrics.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I definitely think those skills and that education is transferable.
Awesome.
I really do.
Awesome.
So with that, can you see yourself going back to school maybe to get your doctorate in human resources?
Yes, I do. That was the initial goal when because I already have a master's degree prior to this one, and I didn't see
awesome.
anything that really aligned to what I felt, which is why I decided, let me go for the master's in human resources, because I got a taste of the human resources specialization with my last degree. So, yeah, but not right now. I need to take a break. I need to take a little bit of a break.
Understandable.
That is.
So what motivated you in the first place to complete the HR Management Master's program?
I believe that education is self-care. It should be part of your routine as a person. That was the first motivation. The second one, as I referenced before, I do have my master's in organizational management, and I did the specialization in human resources, and I got a taste of what human resources was, and knowing that I always wanted it, I knew that I had to suck it up, go in there and get this done. Definitely the motivation was personal, because I needed to feel like I was checking all my personal goals and career professional goals off the list. And then in future, I really, if I'm not working for a company, I would like to own my own business. And I think that a business owner should know about human resources as well. It costs a lot of money to bring people in to assess your program as an owner, as an independent owner. So it's twofold. There's a couple of things in there.
I think that's fantastic, because HR is definitely the backbone of any organization. You handle so many aspects of the success of that organization. So it's a fantastic thing. Even if you don't plan on going into HR directly, it's a great thing to know about and have experience with, because it does run the organization. So that's fantastic. Yeah.
How long did it take for you to finish the Master's Human Resources program?
It was less than a year, actually.
Oh.
I enrolled, I believe, in April, going into May of last year, and finished February 25th of this year.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I took 3 classes, so I doubled up, did that full time while working full time.
Awesome.
Oh, man, that is amazing, because I'm actually in the HR program right now for the Master's. And I just don't know how you did that, but that is awesome, because it's a lot.
Yeah, I think going back to the question of motivation too, it's just knowing there's more beyond the point where I'm at right now. That I mean, just in life in general, I'm motivated by what's on the other side.
Oh, awesome! Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
I just
that's
know
words that I need to hear.
I'll be able to do greater things beyond this point.
Well, kudos to you, because that takes a lot. That's a lot of commitment and time, and it all pays off in the end, I'm sure. So that's fantastic. What about your undergraduate degree? What was your bachelor's in, and how do you think that prepared you or aligned you with your graduate work?
My bachelor's degree is business science.
Okay.
Looks like my internet is there's a bit of an interruption, but I think I heard your first question. Okay. Bachelor of Science in Business Administration is my undergrad.
Awesome. Do you think that prepared you for the master's program?
I believe so. Because there's a lot of overlapping. Because when I look at human resources, I look at the operations and the personnel of an organization. Business administration helps fold into that. But of course, I already have gotten another degree prior to this program. So I believe my history of education helped prepare me for the human resources program.
Awesome. And you got your bachelor's with AU as well, or?
No, I did not get my bachelor's with Ashford University.
Okay. Okay.
What was in the master's program, what was your favorite course?
Oh, I had several, actually. And I wish I had my paper up right now, but there's like 3 different ones. They all had to, there was one that had to do with diversity management. There was a course with globalization, but the main one was probably globalization, only because you never really think about human resources, from my perspective at the time, going outside of the organization. Human resources is global. It's about management of people. You have to learn people and their different cultures. You have to learn people and their different ways of life, different business policies around the world. How does policy transfer from one country to another? What would you need to know behind the scenes? Because in my current role, we look at that. We look at, okay, what's their code of conduct in their country?
Right.
And what's different with what's going on in the U.S. So
exactly.
The globalization course was the eye-opener, actually, because it allowed me to do some critical thinking regarding that topic, and not just think as an American or, a U.S. citizen. You have to really go outside of it.
Exactly, yeah.
I think that's awesome, too. I just did a class. I just finished my Business 303 Human Resources class, and we talked a lot about globalization because people don't think that has anything to do with HR. But diversity, cultural respect, and acceptance is something that's never going to change. That's something that's going to increase. As America, we're getting more mixed. It's never going to stop. So we have to respect and understand everyone's differences. But that brings a lot to the plate. Different minds brings different ideas and innovation. And that's something that we really have to appreciate. And that will help businesses succeed, especially when you have multinational corporations who do business overseas. We have to understand how they work, understand the market there, which I think is very valuable to learn those type of things. That's great. I enjoyed
that. Actually was one of the globalization in HR. I think we should have had maybe 2 courses on globalization, two different types. Globalization as far as domestic in your country, and globalization internationally outside your country. Definitely a skill and knowledge that students should acquire, even if they have experience in an industry. It's still good to exercise those thoughts and those business skills.
Well, what is going from there? What do you see your current goal as? What do you want to accomplish in the future now that you've attained your degrees?
So personally, definitely want to get my business started. And I have the human resources program under my belt because of knowledge. I would say professionally, I would love to get into a diversity leader role. I don't know where I would start with that, but I definitely would like to do that. And also, because I did not acquire my SHRM certification, that would be the next goal as well.
That's awesome. You should definitely check into the SHRM chapter. We're going to be starting a study group for the certification. So
I can't wait for that to start.
I know. We just got our material in, just a heads up for everybody. So I plan on making it a goal, if not this year for myself, then next year. But I think that's a fantastic thing for going into the HR, industry. It means a lot. It's a lot of qualification. You can also network and meet a lot of people that way via LinkedIn or, whatever resources we have. But that's awesome. Are you trying to get certified this year or?
Oh, within the year? Well, I calculated the hours that I needed, so I don't really know if this year I'll get the the amount of hours, but it's definitely on the list. Like, since I've already completed this program, I'll know I'll get it. I just can't say within the next 6 months it will happen, but it is on the list and it will happen.
Good. No, that's definitely awesome. I think it'll happen for you, especially since you have so much. Do you think that the degree program kind of readied you, so to speak, for that exam, or do you think that you have more knowledge going into that?
I actually, to answer your question, I've spoken to a few representatives at SHRM. I called, I went and tried to measure what I needed along with my master's program, or how many hours I needed. And also they have a mock test or a mock exam on their website. So I tested myself against what I was already learning. And I do believe I will be prepared.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome.
I do believe I will be. My mind is still fresh. I still have all the information, and I can refer back to my coursework. And I'm pretty resourceful, and I do ask a lot of questions. So I believe I will be prepared. It's all about mindset. So
correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So, what was your top 3 successes while in the program?
Say that one more time, please.
What was your top 3 successes while in the program? What were you most proud of?
The first one, which may not count for today, for this meeting, but the first one was really learning time management and being patient with myself with the program, because it does require, especially taking 2 courses at a time, being able to deliver your coursework on time, making sure that the information is aligned with the topic. So that first, just making sure that I'm time management, communicating with all the students. So that was the one. Actually went through this yesterday and I totally forgot what my other 2 were. You have to excuse me. Second one was actually being in the classroom and testing my knowledge with professionals who were already in the industry. Because going back to school was a benchmark for me to really test the skills and education that I've acquired over the years. And just to be honest with you, it was more of a test of my confidence, my professional confidence. So being in the classroom and speaking to people who were already in the industry, and knowing that some of the topics or some of my opinion, along with the facts that I brought to the table, that we were in alignment, gave me confidence. That was something that I really appreciated, because there were 2 people. We had 2 people in one of my classes. They were VPs.
Oh, wow.
And so here I am. I'm not saying that I'm intimidated or anything, but sometimes you get into the rigmarole of your regular job, and if you're not holding that title, or you're not in leadership, or you're not in management, you kind of question, okay, well, what am I missing here? And speaking to 2 VPs, speaking to someone who has been in HR for 20 years, speaking to a business owner, that gave me so much confidence and reassurance that, okay, I can do this and I know what I'm talking about. So that was a win for me. And the third one, I don't remember what I put.
I think it makes some valid points, though, because I think we even see that in undergraduate classes, where I've already been in classes where, hey, I'm introducing myself as the president of the SHRM chapter, but I have I've never worked in HR specifically, but I have people who are HR directors, HR managers, and it's very intimidating. But I think it's something that you have to take in and absorb and learn from them, instead of questioning yourself. And just that's the point of these classes and these chapters, and that's a fantastic thing. It's a wealth of knowledge that you can grow with, and it's intimidating, though. It can be very intimidating.
Because if you both can understand, if everyone can understand, it's like a restarting or resetting when you go to a new field. A field you're familiar with, but you're not where everyone else is. Everyone has a head start.
Right.
That's how I was thinking, right? So being in that classroom, speaking to the professors, pulling up things I always questioned, but now I could say, okay, yes, I totally get this. And now I have the coursework to back it up. Now mentally I'm prepared. Being in that space really took me out of my comfort zone, and I like that. I had to challenge myself, and I like that. I really do.
With that being said, were there any surprises that you encountered along the way? Anything that kind of put you extra out of that comfort zone, or?
I would say, maybe not to be nitpicky, there was a course where, because I'm new to the industry, I did not have a SHRM membership, right?
Okay.
So having to go in and get that membership and then do a comparison with the AU Forbes School of Business of Technology LinkedIn site, I had to do, there was an assignment to compare both websites and information and the resources, and to actually write about that. And then I was graded on it. So I was trying to do a really good observation and comparison. I was kind of thrown off by that, because to me, it was my opinion, and to be graded on that, I didn't think.
Since it's objective or subjective, you know. Yeah.
So I just didn't want to be graded on that, but it is what it is. It was part of the course. So that threw me off a little bit.
Like you said, it kind of pushes you outside your boundaries, kind of makes you think outside the box. And while everything might not be comfortable, it pushes you to be better, right? So.
Right. The good thing is that was in the beginning of the program.
Awesome.
So yes, being pushed outside of your comfort zone and having to really wake up and pay attention to what's in front of you in this program, that set the tone for me, because you can become very complacent.
Yeah.
You can become very complacent. So that surprised me, but it set the tone for me to pay attention in the course.
Yeah. Kind of let you know what was going to be expected. You were going to be pushed. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, well. No, not at all. Well, I want to congratulate you again. You've done a fantastic job. And again, you're the first one for the program. So we appreciate you being here with us. And thank you so much for answering our questions and allowing us to gain insight on your experience, because it's very valuable for anyone to see, because it's very beneficial.
Yes. If there's anything else, please let me know. If there's anything I can improve on, please let me know. But I do appreciate everyone's time.
Oh, of course. We appreciate yours, Janea. Thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations. That gives me hope. I'll graduate next year.
You guys are saying it, but I don't feel it yet. I'm just here, you know. I'm just here.
Well, you are an inspiration, and we are looking forward to being in your shoes. So
I want to be in your shoes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.
Hope you both have a beautiful day. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.